What's going on YouTube? This is Z of almostfreebeats.com, and today we're going to be doing a quick, very brief tutorial on how to EQ your drums. That's a big component of making hip-hop beats, is making sure that you are EQing your drums, making them sound the way you want to sound. A lot of times as music producers, I know especially in hip-hop, we use sample based production, whether that be sampling of a drum kick or sampling of a sound. And so EQ is really important in getting your sound to sound the way you want it to sound. So today I've got an instance of Logic opened up. I just opened up a default hip-hop kit in Ultrabeat, and we're basically going to take a look at the drum kick here, and I'll play that for you guys. That's how the kick sounds as of right now. Here's the drum pattern. Now that pattern, I mean, it's kind of corny, but for our purposes, we're just going to be looking at the EQ side of the house to see what we want to do. And personally, on this particular kick, I do like the fact that it punches, but I just don't feel like it has enough low end for my taste. So I want to add a little more low end to this particular kick. So what I'm going to do is open up a EQ instance, and right now I'm going to just turn on the EQ analyzer that's built into this particular EQ I'm using within Logic. This is just the stock stuff in Logic Pro. And so I'm going to play back the loop and just look at where the frequency range is on that particular kick. So as you can see, it's right around this area is where it's punching a lot, and that's typical for a kick of that type of sound. Roughly anywhere between about 50 hertz and 70 hertz is where I found that you're going to add the most kick or punch to a kick. And basically what I want to do is bump that up a little bit on low end to give it a little more meat on the bones, so to speak. So what I'm going to do here is just run that back, listening back, and I want to get in here and I want to add a little more. So I'm going to bump this up on the low end here, if this will cooperate. We're just going to go in here. I'm going to add a couple of decibels to this. So let's see how it feels now. And we'll compare that to the previous one. I'm going to actually give it a little more meat. Let's bump that up about 5. I don't know if you guys can pick that up. We're going to add a little bit more. There we go. Got a little more meat on the bones right there. So I'm going to play that loop back with everything. And that's just kind of a basic concept of what we're looking at for adding some more girth to that kick. Now, sometimes you may want to add more presence to your kick. That's going to usually come somewhere around this area. And a lot of what I like to do too is what's called EQ sweep or frequency sweep, for especially on unique sounding kicks, because sometimes I may not like a certain frequency in that kick. And to do a frequency sweep, basically all we're going to do is I'm going to bump this number up to the max. So this is the number of decibels I can increase that area that I'm working with, which is around 3,500 hertz in this particular instance. So I'll bump that up to 12, and you see that area popped up. So what I want to do now is actually a frequency sweep to see if there are any frequencies that I don't like. So I'm going to play it back. So I don't really like that area right there. Now obviously I've got a couple different things going on in the drum loop, but I don't particularly care for this area right here. So now that I'm in my frequency sweep range, what I can do now is literally just drop down. So this is the range I don't like. So what I'm going to do is notch it out. And I still don't like that area. So now, because I know I don't like that area, what I'm going to do is just subtract the number of decibels that I want from that particular area, now that I found an area that I don't like. So I'm going to just pull it down probably to a -2. And you can see now I've kind of eliminated that small area. Now obviously the EQ is going to be to your preference, but this is just for an example, something that you can do to help EQ your drums. If you don't like a certain frequency range, you can do a frequency sweep on your particular sample or whatever you're working with to find that area that you don't like and then pull out that frequency range so it's more pleasing to your ears. That's basically it for today, guys. I hope you guys learned something. If you have any other questions, just leave them in the comment section. I'll do my best to respond and help out with the questions that you have. I look forward to doing more of these tutorials, so make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and also like and share this video if you felt it was helpful for you. This is Z signing off. Take care, guys. Peace.